Hey, come on and spend the day with us over here at Shell's Designs. And I guess you're wondering what I'm doing. I'm cutting up some plastic, the dissolvable plastic that we will use with these logo embroidery hoops that we're going to be doing a lot of shirts on. We've redesigned some logos for a local restaurant, and we're doing the logos. And in order to speed my work up, I do like what we call the prep work. I cut all my little items like these plastics. Inside of that is roughly 4 by 4, so I cut strips using my my ruler mat down here, and I cut them in 4s, and then I'll cut them 4 the other way, and I'll stack up. Like this particular job is 120 shirts, and so far I've done over 60. I've probably done about 65 of the shirts, and I still got some on back order. So I'm going to cut about 20 because I have a goal of 20 to 25 shirts per day. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a lot of these strips, and I'll get back to you all when I finish cutting them. So as you can see, I've cut my stack of the squares that I told you I cut to do the logo embroidery and the 5-inch hoop. So I have all those ready to go. So the next thing I'm going to do, and I'm not going to bore you with the entirety of everything that I'm doing, the next thing I'm going to be doing is steaming. This is a day in the life of an embroiderer. So I have to steam all these wrinkles out. And when you order these things, they're all wrinkled, and I don't want my customers to get wrinkled items. So you know what that means. That means I have to have a whole bunch of hangers. And of course I'm going to have to get those hangers back from the customer, because these I'll leave on hangers and I will bag them up. So it's always good to get you a good steamer so you can do this type of work right here. So you can steam the clothing. And all of this takes time. So what we generally do is we'll take the time out of our day to go ahead and steam the things. And this is what people don't understand, why a lot of jobs take a lot of time, because there's a lot of work that has to be done prior to you even doing the embroidery work. And this is good. When I got this on high, I'm going to put it on turbo for the next one, because I'm having to, so I just kicked it up to turbo mode. Hit this black sleeve. Armpit a bit, but you really just need to do the area that you're going to be embroidering. I'm going to swap this one out and get started on the second one. And you always got to make sure you have water in your steam machine, and you just press that button, and there we go. So that's all I'm going to do, and I'll get back to you when we start embroidering the next shirt. So as you all can see, I have at least 7 shirts that I've already steamed with my steaming iron. And I have several of the shirts that I've already done. So you got to keep yourself organized where you can see where you're at with your jobs. And then we're going to have to, in the end, we have them by size, and we have wire hangers coming in that we will have marked with the sizes on the top, just like at the retail stores. So just keep that in mind and stay very, very organized. The next thing we'll be doing is moving over to hooping and then embroidering. Just like we did with the plastic for the logo embroidery, we also did with the backing for the embroidery, so you can at least do a dozen at a time, so you don't have to keep stopping and doing what we call the job prep work that's in between. And when you do those things, put on the hoop, you'll end up with a lot of extra cutaway, or yeah, this is cutaway in particular. And these right here, as you can tell by the size, they're kind of small, but you may have jobs that somebody wants their name on something. So you can reuse this stuff. So I would suggest do not throw this away. Let me hoop this shirt up and I'll get back to you. Got a critical step, guys. If you've ever seen this, this is a logo positioning tool. And I'll bring it a little closer so you can see that it has both men's and women's, large and small. And you'll line that up on the shirt like such. This particular shirt is a large. So you take it and put it in the center of the buttons on the men's side, large. And then it's in the center of the button on this button down, and then you go up here where it says men's large up here on the shirt itself. You know, in this particular hoop it says men's and women's large. So I'm going to go up to the shoulder area right there, and I'm on the men's large, so now I know where the position is. And then what we do is that we have the marking dots. These are marking dots, and you put that at the 90-degree angle on the measuring tool, and that tells you exactly where the logo should be placed on the garment by size. See that I've already put my marker based on size. This is a large, and so I use the logo positioning tool that had large in the center of the buttons and large that meets the collar, the shoulder crease, and so that tells you how far over and how far down that you position that logo. And as you can see, I have this shirt hooped up, and the little arrows that are on the little logo positioning tool, you line up with the 0 axis on the X and Y axis. There's a 0 on the X and the Y axis that you line these up with, and that does what, that puts it in position. And the next thing that I'll do is I'll take one of my little squares, and I'm not going to do it yet, but I'm showing you the fitment of it. And so I put it up there like that, and this is where you drop your needle in the crosshairs of the logo positioning tool, which is what I'll do when I get on the machine. I'll remove this, drop the needle, make sure it's in the correct position. Once it's in the correct position, we take the logo positioning sticker off, then we drop the plastic on top, then we embroider. Okay, as you can see, I have an Embroidery 1501C embroidery machine. Soon we'll be adding another one to the fleet. So you'll go over here to this tool here. You will, you go over there, then you go here. Then you want to do a trace. You use these arrows, the up and down arrows, to align your needle, which I'm going to do. And remember, it moves in the opposite direction of each arrow. Doesn't move in the direction it faces, it moves in the opposite direction. So I'm going to position this. I'm eyeballing this to kind of see where I would drop my needle. Okay, I'm going to do a test drop, needle drop here. I got to go out, I got to do what they call cut. And I'm dead center, but I need to go up more. So I'm going the wrong way, too far down. So now I'm going to do a needle drop once again. I got to go up 2, bump it up at least 2. And I want my camera person to come over here, and I want her to zoom in because I want you to see where I'm dropping this needle. So excuse all the mess, because when you're in the embroidery business, you're going to have stuff everywhere. So as you see here, you see the crosshairs, and you may not always get it perfect, but now I'm going to hit that, and as you see, a hair down, so I'm going to go up a touch, and I'm going to go over just a hair. Now I'm going to drop it again, and I'm dead center. So that's where you need to be. And as I told you before, I'm going to go ahead and drop, I'm going to peel this off. Because I know my needle is in the perfect spot. And I recycle these guys, so I stick them over here on the side of my machine. The next thing I'm going to do, we always need to do, go underneath the shirt, and you're going to check to make sure you don't sew the shirt together. And then you're going to do your trace, which you should always do. I know it's tedious, but it's something that needs to be done, so you know that you're doing the right thing at all times. So once you know that it's inside the frame, you already dropped your needle in the center, you have a green to go, guys. And I'm going to grab my plastic here. Okay, I'm good to go. I'm going to position my plastic. You see that? That's perfect. And now it's about putting the machine in operation mode. Again, I always double check again underneath. And now, good to go. And we'll come back to you guys when this job is done. And another thing that I do is I always keep several shirts in what I call the on deck circle, meaning it's always one ready to go onto the machine after an item is finished. You see that we have this one working on being completed, and then we have this one over here in the on deck circle. Again, always keep several. I probably have them hanging on chairs and other places throughout the workspace. Guys, one other thing I wanted to mention is that, and you guys may be rich, but I'm not. I'm just trying to survive just like everybody else out here. What I would say is that you can probably tell that it's kind of dull in here right now. But once I put an item on the machine and it's running, I tend to turn the light off in my workroom so as to save electricity costs, because everything is really expensive these days. And as you can see, things are going real good with this logo that we're doing for the restaurant. And if you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and refer a friend. Thanks.